In the history of bad luck, one name stands alone: Arthur Priest, a man who survived not one maritime disaster, not two, but four, including the two most infamous shipwrecks in history, the Titanic and the Lusitania. He was in the engine room of both. He watched both ships die. He cheated death twice, and then he went back to sea, again and again, as if he were chasing something or running from something. This is the story of the Unsinkable Stoker, and the question he never answered. Why did he keep sailing? Arthur John Priest was born in 1887. In Southampton, England, a port city built on ships, fed by ships, killed by ships. His father was a sailor, his brothers were sailors. The sea was not a choice, it was inheritance, a birthright, and for the working class of Edwardian England, it was the only escape from the factories. The only place a man could earn a wage that might feed a family. Arthur was not educated. He could read, he could write, barely, but he was strong, broad-shouldered, thick-armed, the perfect build for a stoker. The men who shoveled coal into the furnaces that powered the great ocean liners, the hardest job on any ship, 12-hour shifts, temperatures over 100 degrees, breathing coal dust that would blacken your lungs and shorten your life, but it paid, and it was honest, and it was all Arthur knew. By 1912, he was 25 years old, married, with children. He had worked the liners for 7 years. The ocean had become routine, the dangers theoretical. Ships did not sink, not really, not the great ones. The Titanic was proof, unsinkable. The newspapers said so, the engineers said so, the White Star Line said so. Arthur believed them, he was wrong. The deck is chaos, the ship is listing, the bow is down, the stern is rising, the lifeboats are leaving half empty, the officers are firing guns to control crowds, the band is playing, the cold is beyond description. Arthur is not a passenger, he is crew, he is expected to help, to load boats, to maintain order, to go down with the ship if necessary. But he is also a father, a husband, a man who knows that dead heroes feed no families. He finds a lifeboat, number 15. The last one launched from the starboard side. It is full, overfull, but he climbs aboard or he is pulled aboard. Accounts differ. What matters is this. At 2:20 a.m. the Titanic breaks in half, the stern rises vertical, the lights go out, the ship slides beneath the surface, and Arthur Priest watches from a lifeboat as 1,500 people die in the freezing dark, including his friends, his colleagues. The men who worked beside him in boiler room 6. He survives, he does not celebrate, he shivers, and he waits for dawn. Survivors, 712 from over 2,000. Arthur is landed in New York, given dry clothes, a train ticket home, and a reputation, not a good one. In the code of the sea, crew who survived when passengers died were suspect, cowards, selfish men. Arthur does not defend himself. He says little. He takes the train to Southampton. He hugs his children. He kisses his wife, and he looks for work. He finds it quickly. The shipping lines need stokers, always need stokers. The work is hard, the men are expendable, and Arthur is experienced. He signs on to a new ship, a smaller ship, a safer ship. He tells himself this. He almost believes it, but in his dreams he still sees the stern rising, still hears the screaming, still feels the cold that did not kill him but marked him forever. 1913, 1914, he works, he survives, the world changes, war comes, the great liners are converted, armed, made into troop ships or hospital ships or targets. Arthur keeps stoking. The work is harder, the risks greater, but the pay is better, and he has children to feed, debts to pay, a life to rebuild. He tells no one about the Titanic, not the full story, not the truth of how he survived. Some things are buried with the ship. May 1st, 1915. Arthur Priest boards the RMS Lusitania, the fastest ship on the Atlantic, capable of 25 knots, able to outrun any submarine, the pride of the Cunard Line, and a target. Germany has declared the seas around Britain a war zone. U-boats are hunting, but the Lusitania is fast, safe, unsinkable. Arthur has heard this before. He boards anyway. May 7th, 2 p.m. The ship is 12 miles off the Irish coast, in sight of land, in calm seas. Arthur is in boiler room, shoveling coal, maintaining the fires. The routine is automatic. His body works while his mind wanders to his children, to his debts, to the dreams that still wake him. The ones where the water is black and the cold is absolute. Then the torpedo strikes, without warning, without sonar, without chance. The Lusitania, a German submarine, fires one torpedo. It hits the starboard bow, below the waterline, near the forward boiler rooms. The explosion is not large, but the damage is catastrophic. The Lusitania was built with longitudinal bulkheads designed to keep the ship stable. In a war, these bulkheads trap water on one side. The ship lists heavily. Immediately, the ports open to the sea. The starboard lifeboats swing inward, useless. The ship cannot be saved, and she sinks fast, 18 minutes from impact to disappearance. Arthur feels the explosion, feels the list, knows instantly what has happened. He has been here before, he has done this before. The nightmare is repeating. He drops his shovel. He moves toward the stairs, but the boiler room is flooding. The bulkheads are failing, the water is rising, and the other stokers are panicking. Some are praying, some are frozen. Arthur is neither. He climbs up the escape ladder, through the hatch, onto the deck. The deck is worse than the Titanic because it is better organized, more chaotic. The ship is listing so heavily that the starboard side is underwater. The port side is nearly vertical. Passengers are sliding, falling, drowning in inches of water because they cannot stand. The lifeboats on the port side cannot be launched. They would swing into the ship. The ones on the starboard side are underwater. There is no escape, and the ship is sinking fast. Arthur reaches the port side, the high side. The rail is nearly vertical. He climbs it, hand over hand. As the deck becomes a wall, as the ship becomes a tomb, he reaches the keel, the bottom of the ship, now the top, and he jumps into the water, the cold water, the same cold, the same Atlantic. He swims. He does not look back. He cannot look back. He hears the screaming, the ship settling. The suction pulling men down. He swims for 3 hours until his arms are numb. His mind is blank. His will is the only thing moving him. He is found by a fishing boat, pulled aboard, unconscious, revived, taken to Queenstown, Ireland land. He is alive again. He has survived again. The second most infamous shipwreck in history, and he was in the engine room of both. Arthur Priest is now famous, not celebrated, famous. The man who survived Titanic and Lusitania, the Unsinkable Stoker. Newspapers interview him. The public is fascinated. How does one man cheat death twice? What does he know? What luck does he carry? He answers poorly. He is not eloquent, not educated. He says the work must be done. The ships must sail. Someone must stoke the fires. He is someone, that is all. But there is more. There is always more. He returns to sea not once, but twice more, and survives both times. 1916, the HMS Alcantara, an armed merchant cruiser, attacked by a German raider. Sunk, Arthur survives. 1917, the SS Donegal, a hospital ship, torpedoed. Sunk, Arthur survives. 4 shipwrecks, 4 survivals. The statistical impossibility is beyond calculation. He should be dead. He is not. He keeps sailing. Why, this is the question that haunts. Was he chasing death, trying to finish what the Atlantic had failed to complete? Was he running from land, from the dreams, from the guilt of survival? Or was he simply a working man with no other skills, no other options, trapped by class and circumstance into a job that kept trying to kill him, and kept failing? He never says in interviews he is modest. In life he is quiet. He marries again. His first wife died. He has more children. He drinks, he works, he survives. The unsinkable stoker until he is not.